Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday. I need to adjust my camera. I got it all out of whack. Let's see. There we go. All right. How is everyone doing? Monday is almost over. So, I am definitely ready for Monday to repeat itself because I've actually had a really good day today. It's been a good, fun, relaxing day, which I haven't had in a while. So, good evening, good evening. All right. Today we are going to be using the Open Range bundle, or I guess it's the actual stamp set is called Ride the Range. And then the dies are called Open Range. And I'm really excited about this one. It was one of the very first ones I ever picked out of the catalog when the mini catalog came out. And when the mini catalog came out, I absolutely loved it. So I put it in the cart, I bought it, and then I struggled with it. So today, actually over the weekend, I came up with the projects that I have. And what I actually did to come up with the projects today is I went to Pinterest and typed in country skies and cowboy and cowgirl birthday parties. So there's lots of stuff on Pinterest if you're interested in searching that. So that's how I came up with the projects today. The video does have a description to it. I have made a blog post for this Facebook Live so that you can go and get measurements and kind of see how the cards were made and to get good close-up pictures of them. And I'll have to update the description with the link for that because it wouldn't let me do it from my phone. So, but everything else is in there. So you've got the host code, link, and all of that fun stuff as well in there. Okay, so prizes. Last video, thank you for all the comments and shares. I truly appreciate that. That really helps my business. So I have two winners. I have Susan Pacheco. I think that's how you pronounce your name. So if you'll just message me with your address, I will get that mailed out to you. And this is the new Genial Gems from the new annual catalog. And then Faylene Mays, I think that's how you pronounce your first name. You won a pack of the In Color DSP from the annual catalog that just retired. So if you'll message me as well, then I will get those out to you. All right. Lots of things because Stampin' Up! Has a ton of stuff going on right now. Don't forget, right now, if you have never been subscribed with your email to Paper Pumpkin, there is a host code, or not a host code, but a promo code. Right here, it's Home Run 0521. You can get the kit for $5. They do have a limited supply that are offered at that $5. So make sure that you get in there and get that if you're interested in that. It ends today because today is the 10th. So I don't know if it's out or not. I hadn't heard anything of them not having any more of the $5 kits left. Let's see. Paper share. My paper share, the last day to register for it is the 15th. You must email me for the registration link. And the paper share is $58. That includes shipping. And you get 88 pieces of paper for that $58. And this is the paper from the new annual catalog. In Color Club ends today. I actually have, I think, one more spot open in the groups that I have. So I do them in groups of 5. And I have one more spot if anyone is interested in doing it. So if you are, let me know and I will email you the registration link. It is a 5-month commitment. The in colors for this year are superb. I love them. So with this, you will get Every month you will get the cardstock, you'll get the ink pad, the ink refill, Stampin' Right marker, the combo pack of the blends, and then you'll get the ribbon that matches. Plus, every month you get a free gift with me that coordinates with those in colors. Let's see. Join my crafty party. Right now, Stampin' Up! Has an offer that is $250 or more. You get an extra $25 in free products as being a host. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And then, of course, they're doing a joining special, which is from now until the end of the month, where you get extra products in your starter kit. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm out of breath today. I don't know what's going on. Oh, thank you, Melissa. And it's something fun in the mail every month. I always think about, should I join my own so that I can mail stuff to myself? But I know that's crazy. But anyway, so joining right now, you get the starter kit. It's $99. You get extra stuff in there this month. Joining Stampin' Up! Is a great thing. You don't have to do classes. You don't have to do Facebook Lives. You don't have to do any of that. So if you're interested, let me know. Or there's a link in the description of the video for you to join. All right. I think that's it. Oh, nope. In Color Club. Not In Color Club. Monthly Club. Last day to register for Monthly Club is the 17th. 17th of the month. And the one for May is Pretty Perennials. These are the cards. They are fantastic. I love them. They are gorgeous. Class is $39. You get a bolt of the crinkled Whisper White ribbon. You get a half a pack of the True Love DSP. You get a half a pack of the opal rounds and then a half a pack of the black matted dots. So, and then you get all the materials to make these cards. So you have to have the bundle in order to do it. So if you're interested in that, let me know. There is information on my blog where you can register for the monthly club. And after 6 months of being in the club, you get $25 free in products. So it's a great deal for later on after 6 months. I mean, it's a good deal. You get at least $20 in products. Most of the time it's a little bit more than that, but it's great. These are going to be our gifts for this video, so make sure you comment and share. When you comment and share, not only does it help my business, but it helps you because you will get your name put into the drawing for this. The first thing I have is the Well Suited Twine Combo Pack. Good for masculine cards. Great for masculine cards. And then I have the Tranquil Thoughts. This is a customer of mine had actually ordered 2. So she sent me this, and so I already have it. So what I'm going to be doing is drawing a name to give it away. So I want to thank Marcia for doing that for us. So this is a great stamp set as well. All right, that's it. We can start stamping. I'm super excited. All right, so one of the other things that we're going to be doing with today is we're going to be using the Ride the Range, but I wanted to focus on In Good Taste DSP. This is just a little snippet of all the papers that are in the pack. It comes with a lot. And then these are all the coordinating colors, which is great. These are some really good colors. I'm trying to think. Rococo Rose actually has already, that one retired. But the thing is you can do Petal Pink and you'd never even notice that there's actually Rococo Rose in that. But this is a great stack of paper. So we're going to be focusing on using this today. And then also on Ride the Range. Okay, so let's start with our first card. And this is our first card. So I looked up on Pinterest just like cowboy cowgirl birthday parties. Well, in it, there was some Western looking things for the guy's birthday party, and it reminded me of old saloon doors. And then it took me back to my grandfather, and then Ben's dad loved old Western movies. And then you always see this. So, and then the stars came in because, you know, it's always the sheriff busting through the doors, right? So, so I had to add the gold stars to it. But this is the first card we're going to make. Let me grab my packet. I'm actually organized today, which is very exciting. All right. So we are going to have our card base here, and we're going to do some scoring because I wanted to show you how to do this gatefold. Now, the gatefold idea actually came to me because of a swap card that I got from one of my team members. And I'm going to show you that card. Okay, I had to grab it because I didn't pull it over. So this was a swap card that I got from Florence, who's on my team. And I loved the gatefold layout on it. So when I saw the saloon doors and all that, then I decided that would be perfect for some gatefold card. So that's kind of where that idea came from as well. All right, so we're going to bring in our Simply Scored. And what we want to do is we're going to score. Actually, I think I'm going to have my, I might have to have my, nope, actually I'm not going to. Okay, good. We're going to score there. We're going to flip it and then score it again. And this is 2 1/8, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, look on the blog post because I put all the measurements on there. I'm not good with remembering measurements. So don't hold me to any of them. Go check out the blog post. All right, so we're going to fold and give it a good crease. All right. And then we're going to take, we've got two pieces of DSP, and they are the exact size, same size as each flap. Okay, so we're just going to adhere it down. So I'm going to take my adhesive and I'm going to run it on both sides here, and then at the top and the bottom. And I'm going to fold that over a little bit. Okay, then we're going to attach this. And I'm just going to make sure that I'm getting it lined up on the edge, on the inside edge. And that will help me make sure that I'm straight all the way across. Okay? All right, so there we go. There's one. I'm going to open that, and we're going to do this side. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to line it up with that inside corner, and then we're going to go all the way down to the other inside corner. And there we go. And then I'm going to give it a good burnish again because I want to make sure that it stays closed as best as it will. Okay, now I cut out these two pieces right here. I used the Tasteful Labels dies, and I used this large label here. When you cut it down, or you cut off the end of it, it actually looks like a door, a swinging door. So we are going to cut off the end, and what we're going to do is we're going to line it up with the edge right here and right here. And I didn't go far enough in. There we go. I just told you what it was, and then I didn't even do it. Okay, so then you're going to have this. So we're going to do that one more time. Like that. And then we're going to take and put adhesive on the back. And then we're going to put it kind of toward the top. But we're going to butt it up to that edge, to the inside edge, like that. Then we're going to do it to this piece. There we go. Okay. We're going to kind of make sure that it's even across. Once you put all your stuff on, it's not going to make a huge difference, but then you're going to lay it flat. And you do have a small little gap in the center, and that is perfectly fine. I think that allows the card to open and close much easier, okay? All right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to create the shutter-like top. Okay, so what you're going to do, I've already done this piece. You're going to flip over your piece of DSP, and then you are literally going to take and notch it, every single one. And I just wanted to do one with you instead of two because it does take it a few minutes. Well, not really a few minutes. It takes about a minute. If you jump the track, it's not the end of the world because a good bit of it gets covered up. But you're going to go all the way down like this. Oh, I jumped it again. It's a little bitty piece, so it jumps pretty easily. All right, and then I'm going to do that. Okay. All right, so now you've got your two pieces that are all scored. Now, you can't see those scores on this paper. So what I did was I took some soft suede. Nope, I took some early espresso. I'm going to take a sponge. I'm going to ink it up. Then I'm going to take and just rub across the top. Okay? And it's going to catch, you want to do it lightly, and it's going to catch those score lines because you scored on the back side. So it means your score lines are what I call mountain on the side that we're going to be showing. All right, so you're going to do it all the way down. Okay, and then you can see I missed a score line there, but it's not going to matter because that's going to get covered up. Okay, then once you get that, now what you're going to do is take and just give a little ink to the edges. And I haven't done this in forever, but I thought it gave a good, it gave it a good color. It makes the lines pop, I thought, as well. So let's do the other one. Hey everyone that's coming in and joining. Happy Monday. Make sure you comment and share so that your name can get entered in for our free products for the week. All right. Okay, so then let's just do the edges. And I will warn you, you're gonna get a little inky with it, but that's okay. It's all worth it in the end. All right, so that looks now like shutters, and see, you have a little ink on you, but it's okay. All right, so then all we're gonna do there is now we're gonna flip them over. We're gonna put adhesive on them. And then we're gonna attach it with lining it up with this corner, this inside corner right there. And then it will fall down to the bottom corner, okay? So all you're gonna have is this little bit left over. All right, and then we're gonna do this one. Like that. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our horseshoe. We're gonna stamp that in Early Espresso. I used Early Espresso pretty much for everything. It's a good country color. Okay, so then we're gonna close this up. We are going to cut this out. Grab my large scissors real quick. All right, we're gonna bring in our little machine. My little table partner is what I call it. And then we're gonna take our horseshoe die. We're gonna line it up. And we're gonna cut it out. Sorry for the shaking with the table. Okay. And I've already cut out the other pieces we're gonna need. So I tried to do most of that ahead of time. All right, so we've got our horseshoe. But you know, the point of the video is to teach you, and you needed to see the stamping and the die cutting. So at least once in a video, right? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, this is again from the Tasteful Label dies. So it's that one right there. And we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna take some dimensionals. We're gonna take 4. Actually, we're gonna take 6. And we're gonna line it up here, here, and here. And then we're gonna take here, here, and here. Now, you see I'm halfway in the label. The reason for that is you only want to put adhesive on half. If you put it on the whole thing, you're gonna shut your card and you won't be able to get it open. So now we're gonna take the dimensional backings off. And we're gonna attach it . And I'm gonna make sure that my dimensionals are all there. Now I've got a little bit over there, so I'm just gonna take and push it in just a touch. Okay, all right, so we are there. And then we're gonna take and put little mini dimensionals onto the back of this. So I've got some mini ones here. And we're gonna put one at the top. And we're gonna put 5 on here. And then I know that it's nice and secure. Now, before we put it down, we want to take some linen thread. And we're gonna tie a little knot on one end. Okay. I'm gonna make it smaller, but I needed to get that knot. Needed to get it wrapped around. I have fat fingers, and so sometimes it's hard. Okay, there we go. All right, so I have a little knot. So this is like a little lasso. I think that's what you call them. I'm not a country girl. My husband is from the country for sure, but I don't know most of the words, but I think that's the right word for it. All right. So we've got the little knot on the end. Now we're just gonna cut right there. So I need those back. We're gonna cut right about there, okay? Now we're going to take all the backings off of our horseshoe. And then we are going to take and kind of put it how we want it on there. And we're gonna take our little loop and wrap it around like that. So we're gonna make sure that it's behind that, or down below that top one. Okay, so then we're gonna press it down. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a glue dot. We're gonna fold it into a little ball, and we're gonna put it right about here, okay? Then we're gonna take our twine, and we're gonna kind of separate the ends, and then kind of fold it over on top of itself. Of course, it's going to be harder to do it on a Facebook Live, but that's okay. All right. It's supposed to look like this. So I may not have actually cut that long enough, but that's okay. Let's move it in some then. There we go. All right. So that's good enough. I'll be fine with that. All right, so then let's add our gold stars. And these stars are cut out using the stitch stars. All right, so on this one, did I pop it up? I did. So we're gonna take a little mini dimensional, and we're going to slide it right about here. You wanna make sure that you're not putting it any adhesive over so that your card doesn't stick shut. All right, so this one we're gonna take and run some adhesive on the back of it. Okay, and then we're going to attach that one right here in the corner. Okay, now we need to put something on the inside. I need some masculine happy birthday cards, so that's what we're going for today. So we're going to take out this early espresso again, and we're going to ink it up with the happy birthday, and then we are going to stamp down and pray real hard it's even. It's a little crooked, but it's not bad. We'll go with that. Okay, so that is card number 1. A little bit of fun there. Okay, so we'll set this one aside for right now. And let's do card number 2. So, you know, if we're going to do a man one, we have to do a female one, right? Oh, thank you, Verda. So, this right here, this card, the inspiration, when I looked up on Pinterest, it said, you know, I did the cowgirl birthday. When I did that, it came up with it was a cup and plate set from Oriental Trading. And it was this theme. It was a light color wood with flower across the top. And then it had the horseshoe. So that's where this idea came from. All right, so I cut everything ahead of time. So y'all wouldn't have to watch me cut out all these. All right. Obviously we'll stamp, but all right. So we're going to take our card base and we're going to fold it. Give it a good burnish. There we go. All right, then we're going to take and put adhesive all over the front. Just like that. And then we're going to take our paper, and again, this is from the In Good Taste DSP. And we're going to line it up from edge to edge, because you don't want any white showing. All right, and then I'm going to make sure that it's down straight and down straight. All right, so there we go. I did get a little bit of glue or adhesive over the edge, but you can wipe it off with your fingers. So there we go. Okay, now let's go ahead and start working on our lineup here. And honestly, I'm just gonna really kind of follow the same pattern I have on this one, just because it'll be easy for me to follow. So we're gonna take this one, flip it over, put a dimensional. We're actually gonna put 2, just because it's a little larger flower. And we're gonna stick it not quite center, it's gonna be a little off center, okay? Then we're gonna take this And this is Flirty Flamingo, and then I used Magenta Madness and Blushing Bride, and then the leaves are Granny Apple Green. We're going to put adhesive on this one. This adhesive is not liking me today. I don't usually have any problems with it. Alright, so I'm going to tuck this one in right about here. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and add the leaf for this one. And then I want to add a leaf for this one. I think I'm going to do, let's actually do this one. Let me see how I like this one. So I am apparently going to change it up a little bit. No, we're not going to change it up. We need, I think this one. Okay, that one is good. And then we're going to stick that right up there. Okay, we're going to take this little one here. We're going to put a glue dot on it. I'm almost to the end of my glue dot roll. We're just going to stick that one right there. Okay, let's see. Then we're going to take this one here. We're going to pop it up. So we want to grab a dimensional. Let me see if we need to cut some. I go through lots and lots of dimensionals. All right, I'm going to cut them all up so that I got them all done. Okay, so we're going to stick that there. And we're going to put this one here. We're going to kind of tuck it up underneath like that. Then we're going to take a leaf and we're going to attach it up under it like that. Okay. And a little one here. These are probably some of my favorite dies. One of the things I love about these flowers, and these are the, sorry, I did forget to show you. These are the pierced blooms. Even if you don't want the stamp set, these dies right here are, you can use them independently from anything else. And look at this. I mean, you could do a card that just has the leaves on it with no, you know, with just a sentiment stamp and you're fine. So I love, love, love that about this set of dies. Okay, so we're gonna stick this, let's get a smaller one. Yep. All right, so we're gonna put a dimensional on the back of this one. We're gonna stick it right about there. We're gonna cut off or break off this one. We're gonna put a glue dot on the back of it. It'll be easier to put it on. We're gonna stick that right up there. Make sure it's not off your card. Then we're gonna take this little one here. We're gonna put a glue dot on the back of it. And we're just gonna stick it right about there. If I can get it off my finger. There we go. Okay, so let's finish building up this side. All right, so we need this one. We're gonna put adhesive on it. And then we're gonna stick it right about here. And then we're gonna take this one and pop it up. All right, we're getting to the end, I promise. And then we want this little one here. We're gonna put a glue dot on the back of that. Actually, before we do that, we need to take this right here. We're gonna put a glue dot on the back of each leaf. And we're gonna kind of squish it together. And we're gonna stick it up underneath this, like that. Then we will take this one and kind of put it up over like that. We're going to move it down a little bit so it's not sticking out over the card. Okay, now let's add this one, and we're not going to use everything. Surprisingly, I know. All right, so we're going to put a dimensional on the back of that one. And then we're going to attach this one right here. And then we're going to take, let's see, this one and put a glue dot on the back of it. And then tuck that one right up underneath there. Okay, so that's there. Now what we want to do is we want to stamp that happy birthday, and we want to do it in early espresso. And we're going to stamp it right down here. Sorry if I get my head in the way. Ha! A little crooked, but you can't tell. Oh, apparently it is crooked day for me. Okay, so we're going to take all this, and I'm going to need these 3 right here. And I'm going to take and put the rest of them over here on my cart so they're out of the way. All right, while we're at it, let's stamp the horseshoes. We're going to ink it up, stamp it once, ink it up, stamp it twice. Then we're going to cut this out. All right, I'm going to move those. All right, so line it up. Sorry for the shaking. Oops. Run that one through, and then we'll run through one more time to do the other one. All right, and then there we go. All right, so we've got 2 there. So now we're going to bring this back in. We're going to take this one right here. We're going to put some glue dots on the back of it because we want this one to be flat. All right, and then one more right there. We're going to put this one kind of over like this. Then we're going to take the mini dimensionals, pop up all the way around. Make sure it doesn't go flat. Take off the backings and then we're going to attach this one kind of like that. Okay, then we're going to take snail mail ribbon, and it's a twine combo pack. It comes with white and blushing bride. I have no more white left. just the blushing bride, but it worked out great for this card. All right, so we're gonna do that. Make it just a little bit smaller. And get it to go straight. Okay, and now we're gonna cut off the ends like that. Grab a glue dot. And then we're gonna attach it. I don't know why it's being special. Oh. Okay. We're going to attach it right here in this crevice where they kind of connect. If it'll let me put it down. My goodness. Okay. It's like sticking to my finger. That is a horrible bow, but it's gonna work for now. I'll go back and fix it later. Whew. I could definitely say that that was not a very good bow. Oh, everybody has a bad day with them, right? Okay, so we're going to take these little flowers that I had set aside and we're going to put them on glue dots. Then we're going to take them off and we're going to attach them right around our horseshoes. Like that. And then the last thing we want to do is we want to add some opal rounds just to give it some extra because that's kind of bland. So we're going to take our take your pick tool. We're going to grab some big ones for the center here. Oh, and you know what? I did miss one thing. That's okay. We'll go back to it in 2 seconds. So then we're going to, oops, put it there. Then let's grab a little one. Oh, that is a little one. We're going to stick it there. And then there. And now we want to take that little stitched one. We're going to put a glue dot on the back of it. Then we're going to attach it to the center of this one. And then we're going to put that on top of it. Then I'm going to take a small one and a large one. Oops. I got it stuck to the bag. And we're going to stick 2 there. All right, so that is card number 2. Oh, thank you, Verna. I think our pinks look pretty good together. I'll give Stampin' Up. They get the pinks. They get the pinks right. So, alrighty. So card number 2. Ooh. Knocking stuff over. Trying to make sure that I don't get ink on my cards. All right. Okay, so third card. This one. This one, I have to say that I really like. I was pretty impressed with this one. This one uses one of our new in colors. I looked up on Pinterest for country, what did I call it? I think it was country photos, like field photos, sunsets, sunsets and sunrises and that kind of stuff. And so this was the color combination. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some Very Vanilla. Actually, no, we're not gonna take Very Vanilla. We're gonna take Whisper White. Not Whisper White, Basic White. And this is what we're gonna use our blends on. Okay, so the first color we're gonna do is gonna be Pool Party, and I'm gonna move everything else aside for right now. Okay, I'm using our Stampin' blends for this, which are fantastic, by the way. All right, so I'm gonna get some good ink on it. Then I'm gonna rub it off. And not much of the Pool Party shows, but that's okay. I do put more of it down here because we're gonna cut this down some. Okay. All right, so we got some Pool Party. Then we're gonna do Calypso Coral. Hey, Angie, how are you doing? All right, so I think this is the Calypso Coral. Yep, this is. I need to label my brushes. All right, so we're gonna rub that one off. Then we're gonna come in and get that some good ink there in the center. Kind of fill it in with the Pool Party so that there's some good fading and blending. That's the word I'm looking for. Blending. Ooh, lordy. Okay, so then we're gonna take Pale Papaya. And when I saw the photo on Pinterest, literally I was like, oh my gosh, that's our new in color right there. I'm not gonna take this one off because it is a pretty light color. So I'm just gonna put it directly down onto the card. Okay. I'm gonna get some more because I do want to get it dark. I'm gonna fade it into the Calypso Coral. All right, so that is gonna be our sky. Angie, the blending brushes are amazing. I like them quite a bit. So, all right, so now what we want to do, I'm going to move that out of the way. So we've got our crumb cake card base, and then using the In Good Taste DSP, I cut out the center with this die right here from the Open Range dies. I am going to take and kind of figure out where I want it there. I think that's about how I want it. Just a little bit of blue at the top. Okay, what we're gonna do is add some adhesive to the back, but we're gonna use the foam adhesive strips. Okay, so we're gonna attach this down here, and then we're gonna cut off the end like that. And then we're gonna come and give it a second line so that it's good and secure. Then we're gonna run this piece right up the side. I'm gonna grab another piece. Run it. Make sure you use the outside edge of these as well because they are adhesive. All right, I might need to cut that one down a little bit, but it'll be all right for now. We're gonna put another piece right here. Then we're gonna run this across here. Let me go ahead and cut this like that. All right, so then we're gonna lay this here, go up with this one, and then I need one little piece right there. Let me grab another piece. All right, so then we will attach this one right here. Okay, all right, there we go. I'm gonna cut this just a little bit more on this one. There we go. Okay, so now what I wanna do is on this piece, I want to add my grassy meadows. Okay, so I'm gonna put this piece, and remember, I wanna make sure that I'm having that pale papaya there. And so we're gonna have this kind of like this. All right, so let's put some adhesive on the back of this piece. Today the word is this. Oh goodness, I'm pretty sure that's about the 50th time I've said that. Okay, let's line it up and get it how we want it. Okay, and now we're gonna take and put adhesive on the back of this. Make sure you get good adhesive coverage on it. Then we're gonna kind of figure out how we want it. I'm thinking that's good right there. Okay, now I'm going to pick it up. I'm gonna lay it down. Let me grab my rubber mat. I want to make sure it's not going to stick to my table because I don't want to start this over. Okay, So, and for those of you who don't know, this is our silicone mat. It's a rubber mat, and adhesive is good to put down on it because it doesn't stick. So, I mean, you can press down on it and it's gonna stick, but it's gonna come off without messing up your project. Okay, I'm gonna take all the backings off. Actually, nope, I'm not gonna do that yet. I cut out the fence from the dies, and I put adhesive backing, the adhesive sheets on the back so that it would become a sticker for me. And then we're just gonna attach this right about here, okay? And then that'll let us cut everything off with it. All right, so we're gonna put this on now. So we're gonna take off all the backing. This takes a second because it's in 100 strips now. All right, almost there. And you see how it bent, the DSP will bend pretty easily. So it's a thinner card paper, so you wanna make sure that you really give it good adhesive on the back so it stays sturdy. Okay, so I'm gonna kinda line it up where I want it. And we're gonna go, I want a little bit of the blue to show, not much. And it's okay if the fence gets covered up. Sorry, I know my head's in the way. I think I'm gonna move it up so that I've got a little bit more of that blue. Okay. And that fence is really low, I guess. It's okay. We will manage. It'll be just fine. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and we're gonna cut everything off. So I'm gonna line it up in here. That was probably a really bad idea to do it like that. All right, I'm gonna take this off for right now. Okay. All right, so I want to line it up to the edge of that. I'm gonna cut slowly so that I know I'm not cutting my border. All right, and then I have a little bit more there, so we'll trim that in just a second. All right, this we're gonna line up. Like that. This you wanna do slow, just FYI. Okay. So these are just little pieces, so you can do this with scissors. So we're just gonna kind of tuck our scissors up under there, and it does not matter what your back looks like. You just wanna make sure that you don't cut the front. Okay. All right, and then I just need to cut this little piece off here. Okay, and then we'll cut a little bit off here. And I need to get these scissors cleaned because they are so gluey. Okay, perfect. Now you can't see anything. Now you can't see any of the outside. Sorry, that probably would make more sense. Okay, now what we want to do is put adhesive on the back. So we're just going to take our regular adhesive. And run it down just like that. And attach it from my fingers, and we're going to lay it down on this crumb cake card base. Okay? All right. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our little windmill here. With this, I put our foam adhesive on the back of it because I wanted it to be popped up. So I'm gonna have to kind of take some of these pieces out because it's a little bit more detailed, so it gets it gets a little thicker and it's hard to get all those little pieces out when running it through the die. It does pretty, I mean, it cuts it really nicely, but if you use the adhesive foam sheets, one quick tip on it is turn everything upside down and die cut it upside down, and it will cut much better through those pieces. All right, it's gonna take me just a second. Sorry guys, I probably should have done this before I went live. Okay, but you get to see how it really works, right? Now, if you cut this out without putting the foam adhesive on it, it cuts out completely perfect. All right, I'm gonna grab my take your pick tool. Oh, it is not liking me. All right, let's see. All right, only a couple more. Get those off my finger. And then that backing, those backings are staying in. Okay. Oops. All right, there we go. Got it. Yes, Carol, this windmill is phenomenal. Okay, now when I put this on this card, it was a little long, so I cut off the bottom layer, but it looks like we're gonna actually be just fine with this card. So we're gonna put the whole thing on there. Okay, now I cut out a gold star. So what I wanna do is on 3 of them, I'm gonna put a a glue dot, not a mini, just a glue dot. Then I'm going to take and put dimensionals on the back. Let me see if I can find a really tiny one. There we go. We're gonna stick that one there. Okay, so now we're gonna take and pop this up on the card. Like that. Okay. Then we're going to take we've got this, and this is from the mini messages. Y'all know I love this die, and all of your classes have had this in it, some form or fashion. We're gonna use this cutout right here. So I went ahead and die cut it, and let me put this on there. And then we're going to stamp it. So we are gonna stamp on here. What am I stamping? Oh, take time for the simple things. Okay, so it's this one right here. Let's pray I get it even. We're going back again to the early espresso. And we're gonna stamp it down and hope it's straight. Haha, good enough. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, then we're gonna take some twine. We're gonna wrap it around 2 fingers, just a couple of times. Then we're gonna snip it off. We're gonna put a glue dot on the opposite side. I had the 2 ends kind of come together on one side. On the opposite side of it, we're gonna put a glue dot. And then we're gonna attach it right about there, okay? And then make those stay. We're gonna put dimensionals on the back of this. And we're gonna leave this open and just put a little bit of adhesive on that side. Okay. And then we're going to adhere it down right about there. Okay. You can't see the fence, but you know what? It's okay. All cards are different, right? All right. And then we just want to take some Very Vanilla and we're going to stamp on it. We're going to stamp Life is a Journey. So we're going to bring back the early espresso. We're going to stick that kind of up top in the center. And then it has no cowboy on the outside. So we're going to stamp the cowboy on the inside. And then I thought, well, if you're going to stamp cowboys, you can't go without the cows, right? So we're going to stamp the cows in here too. All right. So then we'll attach that to the inside. And then card number 3 is done. All right. Okay, so this is card number 3. Let me move everything out the way. And I will clean up in a minute. Okay, so card number 3, and then card number 2, and then card number 1. And then don't forget, that was my inspiration for card number 1. That was part of my inspiration for it. So it's this little gatefold card. Okay. All right, so don't forget, paper share ends on the 15th to get in with that. Pretty Perennials, this club, this is the monthly club, $39. Email me if you'd like to register for it. Don't forget, there's a joining special right now. There's also a host special if you're interested in hosting a party or ordering yourself. And In Color Club, today is the last day to sign up for In Color Club. It's a great club, fantastic. You get some free products, so it's well worth the $45 that you pay, because not only do you get all the basic In Color stuff, but then you get free stuff too. Paper share, that ends on the 15th to sign up, and then today's the last day to subscribe to the Paper Pumpkin. And I don't know if there's any more $5 kits left, but it is worth a try if you're interested in this kit right here. So I did have a couple of new people sign up for that this month, so because it's a great deal. So anyway, all right, that is it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next Monday. Bye.